Nothing fancy, pure and simple videos.
Hey everyone, this is JR with JP Take 3. A follow up on the previous video and just wanted to see if anybody noticed anything different with my replacement unit. So far, this thing is solid, 2 thumbs up, everything is solid. I mean battery, speed, and the memory card reader. I could watch maybe 2 movies and it didn't get hot and all that. So just wanted to share with you guys on the inside if you guys notice anything different. This is the replacement unit. And I have no issue whatsoever. Memory card runs solid, battery solid, running the latest firmware, I think 3.23, and all my games, apps, everything runs good. Boot time is solid. But I just wanted to share with you guys on the inside if you guys notice anything different at all. I forgot to take a video, but I have a picture of the older unit that was defected, you know. So here you have a close-up and all that. So what I was thinking that I wanted to share, again, this is my thought, is now the factory SSD is the 512. So on the bad unit, I took this out and I put in a 2 GB. I loaded everything, did all the updates on it, and when I went to exchange it at Best Buy, I was hoping I could take the 2 GB from the old unit and put it on the new unit without me reinstalling all of my games application. Because even though I have 2 GB, I was down to like 600 gig left with all my apps and games. And the only issue I had was Windows activation. But once I cleared that out, everything ran perfect. So it must have been a defective unit because I took my 2 GB from that defective unit and put it in the replacement unit. And this unit here runs perfect. It purrs perfect. Fan don't blow loud. It don't get as hot as the other unit. SD card is solid. Like I said, I watched a couple movies and it ran good. No issue whatsoever. But this, again, is the inside of my replacement unit. So I want to share with you guys how it looks inside of my replacement unit. Maybe you guys can notice anything. Yeah, someone left a comment on the build date on the other device, and it seemed like April, but our Best Buy here ran out a couple of times. So I don't know if they, like he suggests, maybe they took it and redid it or something and repackaged it. But anyway, this is how the inside look. And again, my thought was the defective unit is really bad on the SD card reader, because like I said, when I tried to load it, it would load longer than expected. If not, it would sit for a while. If you let it sit for a while, sometimes it might take 5 minutes to boot up to Windows and the fans start to go crazy and get hot. And then if I pop out the SD card from the old machine, it would load up, but it still would be slow. But on this unit here, I have no issues so far. So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna put this together and we get back and do some benchmark. But I'm telling you, so far this machine been solid. I have no issue. And again, thank you Best Buy for replacing my unit same day. that I went down and got that. I even got my 512 gig SD card reader replaced because the other one got defected. Anyway, let me put this back together and continue on my replacement. So hang on. Okay, so now that I got my device all back together, like I said, the original defected unit, I had my 2 GB. I pulled it out and put it on this new machine. And the only issue I had was the Windows activation. Once I did that, crossed my fingers, hoping I didn't have to reinstall anything at all. And sure enough, I had no problem at all. And everything booted up, all my games ran, everything in fact ran real good. In fact, this unit now runs faster, cooler, and no issue at all. I mean, my SD card runs good. And in fact, like I said, for some reason, this device feels different compared to my other one. Um, I don't know why that is. And I still say this look more white than my first unit that got replaced. And this really stand out really nice. And in fact, if you guys seen it when it was open, I got my termal on my SD card, and here, for some reason, the ventilation looked different too. I wish I did a picture or video on the older unit, but again, this machine, I'm so happy because now this is a beast. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed from the other video, but that boot time is very quick versus the older unit. And also, I noticed the sound quality got louder too, and more, how you say that word, more full. So again, everything runs solid. I tested it out in so many things, and the main thing I had was putting in my 2 GB in here and hoping that I didn't have to install all of my games that I have in here. I mean, 2 GB down to 600 gig, that's a lot. You know, I still have more to install, but I'm gonna start organizing where the games that I play the most, but I do play racing games a lot more. So again, that's my thought. The older unit, it started off well and started to play more with the SD card, movies, put my movies in there and some music and all that. It started to act up where it wouldn't read it or would lock up the PC at all. You know, when you go and look at your directory and all that, when you look in here, you know, it wouldn't show or it would take long to boot at all. But so far, everything is solid and I like it. This machine is a beast now. I mean, I really played it hard past couple of days and I think even my battery got improved, you know, and again, the sound to me got fuller, and I think the look or feel is different than the other unit I had, you know. Apologize for the noise. So, I don't know, you know, leave a comment if you think it looks the same. But so far, it's solid, and I love it now. I mean, this thing is more so a solid device that now I, I, I have faith in it, you know. So again, look at the video from the start of this video, see if you guys notice anything different internal. But let's do some benchmark on Cyberpunk and my racing game, Dirt. So let's get to that part. Okay, so I loaded Cyberpunk and I got pretty much all the settings pretty high and all that. So turbo, and then now we can see a benchmark. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound, but it's really sound fuller. So let's do the benchmark. Everything loads better, quicker, and I got it on turbo. 1080, 120 refresh. Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of... So, let's do... I'm starting to get used to the button. Okay, so that's the settings. I think it's within the park what ASUS said, between 38, 39 FPS with turbo, 120 megahertz and 1080. But, let's run it. So I got this also on right there. So far, I love the machine more so now that I don't have issues at all. So right now, I'm at 70% on my battery, or 67% on the battery. Sorry for the noise. Can't help it. Let's see if you guys can see. So far, hanging at 40. I seen them go up to 50. Now it's gonna start dropping during this area here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so it says average about, sorry about that, 41. And yeah, you can hear the fan, but not as loud as how the other one was. And so far, solid. So Cyberpunk FPS 41, 42, and battery was at 64%. Leave a comment what you guys think about that. Again, everything is about stock, nothing modified. Still learning the fan control or those mods that you can do within the app. So let's continue on to my racing game I like, Dirt. All right, I got Dirt loaded. Let's do a benchmark on this. Again, the sound sounds so nice. For some reason, it sounds fuller. Yeah, racing game is my favorite games. I like playing. So far, FPS. I think the volume I got it at 60 again. Again, all around. Um, Everything is solid. Um, I really tested it out hard on this machine, and as far as goes, um, it's not even getting hot. Yeah, it's starting to get warm, and the battery is at um, 50, 56. And look, I'll tell you, love these games. I like racing, and the graphic on it really nice. So again, I'm not into benchmarking or FPS. As long as my racing game runs perfect, where there's no lag. Like when I say lag, when you're driving, you know, you don't want the thing turn left real slow. You know, you want to turn left, you turn left. You turn right, you turn right. Not split second delay, because then you can lose the race that way. Okay, so battery, about 57 FPS, hanging out at about 40. Um, it's not it's not getting it's not getting hot at all. It's starting to get warm. Fan noise, uh, not loud at all. Okay, my battery is at 56 FPS average, 47. Again, that's with turbo 1080, 120 megahertz, and 2 thumbs up. Solid. So, anyway, those are two benchmark I wanted to share with you guys, and I wanted to show you guys inside the replacement unit. See if you guys can see any difference. Leave a comment. But let me just shut this down and say my quick final thought. Thank you for taking the time for watching my video. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and hit the like button. That's helped me a lot making videos and taking the time so I can share with you guys. Subscribe to my channel. There's more things coming up, not only on this, but other things that I own. And there is more parts coming in. I got maybe, what do you call that? Spam on one of my order. You know, they say it was back order, but then even though it said that it's shipped, it's near me, it didn't ship. So I had to fight for get my money back on that case. But there's more things coming for this, and there's a couple mods that I'm gonna share with you guys. So subscribe to my channel so you be notified. Again, hit the like button and give me a thumbs up. That really helped me so I can create more video for you guys. So let me just shut down everything and give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so now that I had this device for about 7 days, this device been very good. In fact, it's very solid, and now this is a beast. I mean, this can run pretty much a lot of things. I showed you guys videos on the older device that this can edit videos, and now that I have some music apps, I can hook this up with my MIDI and my piano and all that. So this device actually, after the replacement, I have no issues, no problem. Everything runs good. As far as the heat goes, I have no problem with heat or getting real hot. The fan noise don't get loud even when I playing my racing games. Some of the racing games I play can be very cruel on the GPU and CPU, you know. And I think my battery, I can do good 4 or 5 hours on some gamings, watching some videos, doing some work. So with this now that being solid after I got it replaced, I can pretty much use this all around, almost like a Windows laptop or device, not just gaming, but you pair it up with the right stuff, the keyboards and all that, everything works out well. And I don't know if you guys still having problem, but if you do, I would suggest that maybe, get it replaced or, something, because I thought my first unit had no issues, until I started to play with the my memory card. So, like again, I can do so much things now on this device that I don't have no issue. And like I said, video editing, hooking it up to my synthesizer, composing some sound effects or music, hook it up to a keyboard, can do some work. You pair it up with a mouse, you know, you can do a lot now. So to me, my final thought is, yeah, the first device, I got it during the launch date on June 13. Everything ran well, did all the update all the way up to 3.23 firmware, all the Windows update. And then I started to use the SD card reader more. I popped in 512, started okay, but then it started to get hot or started to slow down things. So I figure, okay, maybe brand new SD card bad, replace it, put another 512. Same thing. Again, boot time was slow, and if not, it would just hang and cause so much issue, and the fan would go crazy and start blowing hot air. But now that I got the replacement, again, thank you Best Buy for doing a 1-day swap. This device become a solid unit. I mean, this baby is solid. I For the 7 days, I've been really pushing it hard and watching video, and my other gaming device, all now, is just gonna sit around, unless I want to play some Switch games and all that. I mean, yeah, I can do emulation. I seen some posts that I guess EmuDeck or something is running good. I might try that, but you know, I'm getting ready for, I don't know, what was that, Starfield or something. Get ready for some of those heavy gamings, but my most favorite games are racing and all that. Solid. Everything is solid. Now that $700 investment that I did, this unit rocks, and this goes with me everywhere now. I'm happy, and $700 investment, well worth it. So if you're still having issue, yeah, you can do all this benchmark and tweak all these things. But then, you know, internal, there might be something actually wrong with the device, because if not, normally when you take up, replace the hard drive or things like that and just put in a brand new machine, you know, there would be issue if it is the software or firmware or other things like that. But I had no issue with that whatsoever. Yeah, so that's my thought. You know, when I replaced the SSD from the factory 512 to the 2 GB cross finger, hopefully worked. Issue activation, did the activation correction, cross my finger, run my games, run my apps, ran perfect. So I don't know if got to do with software, they can fix with software, but to me, on that unit that I had, again, this is my thought, that was a bad unit, because if not, this would have gave me problems, because that 2 GB was in the old machine. When I put it on this, no problem at all. But anyway, thank you for taking the time watching my video, and if you enjoy it, give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, that helps me a lot so I can continue making videos for everyone, so I can share like my thoughts and all that. And subscribe, so if you want to see future video, and hit the notification so you'll be notified when new video comes up. So my thought, solid device, this is a beast now, and I love it. I mean, it's fast, you guys seen it, the boot time and all that, and no issue whatsoever. And be working on some other videos with what else you can do. I already showed you guys on the videos on how to edit, do some music things on it and other things, and some other hardwares that coming up. Again, thank you for taking the time, and till the next video, you guys all be safe. Thank you.